Ever wondered why some people can accomplish more in a day than others in a week? Oh, don't tell me you haven't. The secret, my friends, lies not in the number of hours they have, but in the quality of questions they ask themselves. Yes, you heard it right. Questions, the right ones, have an uncanny knack for provoking thought, triggering self-reflection, and setting the stage for a productive mindset. Imagine waking up and instead of asking, "What do I need to do today?" you ask, "What can I accomplish today that will make me better?" See the difference? The latter question not only sets a goal, but also evokes a sense of purpose, driving you towards productivity and success. And that, dear listeners, is the power of self-inquiry, a tool as old as time yet as fresh as a daisy in the hands of those who wield it wisely. Now that's food for thought, isn't it? So, what's this beast called a productive mindset? Sounds like a buzzword from a self-help book, doesn't it? Well, let's demystify it, shall we? A productive mindset is all about your attitude towards work and life. It's like wearing rose-colored glasses, but instead of seeing everything through a rosy hue, you're viewing the world through a lens of potential and opportunity. Think about it. Let's say you've got a mountain of dishes to clean. Now, you could moan and groan about it, or you could see it as a chance to listen to your favorite podcast while getting something done. That's a productive mindset in action. It's about turning the mundane into the meaningful, the tedious into the tolerable, and the ordinary into the extraordinary. It's about turning have to into get to. It's not about doing more, but about getting more out of what you do. So basically, it's all about how you think. It's not rocket science, folks. Now let's get down to business. How can you shift your mindset toward productivity? No, it doesn't involve moving to Mars. Though I'm sure the Martian landscape would be a nice change of pace from your cluttered office desk. But, alas, we're here on Earth. So let's make the most of it. Step 1, admit it. You're a procrastination superstar, aren't you? There's no shame in it, we all are. But let's start by acknowledging it and then, drumroll please. Stop doing it. Revolutionary, I know. How does one stop procrastinating, you ask? Well, it's about as easy as teaching a cat to do the dishes, but don't worry, we've got you covered. Step 2, prioritize. It's time to put on your sorting hat and decide what tasks are worthy of your precious time. Not everything deserves your attention. If it's not getting you closer to your goals, give it the boot. And no, watching cat videos on the internet, although entertaining, doesn't count as a goal, unless you're planning to become a cat video critic. Step 3, break it down. No, not in a dance-off kind of way, although that could be fun. Break your tasks down into manageable chunks. Think of it as tackling a plate of spaghetti. You wouldn't try to shove the whole thing in your mouth at once, would you? Well, maybe you would, but I'd advise against it. Step 4, focus. Like a laser-guided missile, your attention should be on one task and one task only. Multitasking is the sneaky enemy of productivity. It's like trying to juggle flaming swords while riding a unicycle. Sounds cool until you realize it's a recipe for disaster. And finally, step 5, reward yourself. Yes, you heard me right. Give yourself a pat on the back when you've completed a task. Celebrate your victories, no matter how small. It'll give you that extra push to keep going. Remember, it's not about turning into a robot. It's about thinking smarter, not harder. What's the secret sauce to productivity? Habits, yes, you heard it right. Not a magic pill or a genie in a bottle. Now let's dive into the rabbit hole of habit formation. Picture this. Every day you wake up, brush your teeth, pour yourself a cup of coffee and take a brisk walk around the block. Sounds mundane? Well, here's the kicker. These seemingly trivial routines, my dear Watson, are the building blocks of your productivity. You see, our brains are a bit like lazy teenagers. They love to take the path of least resistance. When we repeat an action over and over, our brains start to automate the process. This is habit formation in its simplest form. It's like your brain's inbuilt autopilot mode. Now imagine if you could harness this power for productivity. What if, instead of reaching for that bag of crisps, your autopilot mode had you reaching for a book? Or instead of scrolling endlessly on your phone, you found yourself automatically jotting down ideas for your next big project? Sounds like a dream, right? Here's where the magic happens. Once you form productive habits, they become second nature, just like brushing your teeth. The more you repeat these habits, the more ingrained they become in your daily routine. And the beauty of it all, you won't even have to think about it. Now I can hear the skeptics out there, but I'm not a morning person. I can't stick to a routine. I don't have the willpower. Well, surprise, surprise. Forming habits isn't about willpower, it's about consistency. It's about taking small, manageable steps every day until they become automatic. So, here's a thought. Instead of trying to overhaul your life in one fell swoop, start small. Pick one thing you want to change and make it a habit. Do it every day. Before you know it, you'll be on your way to productivity town. So, habits are your new best friends. Embrace them, nurture them, and watch the magic unfold. So, we've covered a lot today, haven't we? Let's do a quick recap, shall we? We've unlocked the power of questions because, let's face it, curiosity didn't kill the cat. Boredom did. We've delved into the depths of a productive mindset, which is quite unlike the Bermuda Triangle, I assure you. Things don't disappear there, they actually appear. Like your lost motivation, perhaps? Then we took a giant leap towards productivity. It's not a moon landing, but it's just as significant, if not more. After all, who needs the moon when you can have a productive day, right? And let's not forget the magic of habit formation. Ah yes, the good old do it till it becomes second nature trick. It's like turning water into wine, only less biblical and more practical. Remember, a productive mindset isn't a destination, it's a journey, so buckle up and enjoy the ride.